it's not good news for Tron, and not really good news just in the box office in general. This comes to us from Deadline. It says how Tron Ares ran off the grid. Disney sci-fi movie set to lose $132 million. Thought one battle after another was bad. So it goes on to say there's more bleeding red neon than imagined coming out of Disney's Tron Ares. Deadline has learned from sources that the third chapter in the 43-year-old video game Matrix protagonist story actually cost $220 million net, not the reported $170 million to $180 million that was being floated out there. Yeah, I mean, I think I talked about that on last week's episode, is that it was 170. So it's actually 220 million pre-marketing, promo, and advertising expenses. This means that Jared Leto, Greta Lee, Jeff Bridges' life cycle movie is headed for $132.7 million loss after all ancillaries. That is if its final global gross smacks dead into a wall at $160 million. The Joachim Rennig directed movie, I don't know how to say it, counted through its second weekend as of Sunday, a running worldwide cum of $103 million with a 67% second weekend domestic plummet of $11.1 million. Yeah, 67% second weekend. Not great. I'm pretty sure that's like kind of how the Marvels was. I think their number was around 67, 68 as well. And if you're close to the same drop-off as Marvels, not good. So then it goes on to say, at $160 million box office threshold, Tron Ares triggers $72.2 million in worldwide theatrical rentals, $37.6 million in global home entertainment, close to $100 million in global. Oh, and with an extra $5 million from airlines for a total of $214.8 million in revenues. Put this up against the $220 million net production cost, and then $102.5 million global P&A spend, with stunts at San Diego Comic-Con, touring life cycles, Laser Light, Nine Inch Nails concert at Los Angeles premiere that closed down Hollywood Boulevard, 10.8, and other costs of 14.2 million. Sorry, this is a lot of numbers. In residentials or in residuals, which gets you to a total cost of $347.5 million, and that gets us to $132.7 million in loss. So then it goes on to say, exclaimed one astute talent rep on why it was game over for Tron Ares at the October box office. There was no specific vision, to be honest. The idea that Disney would spend $250 million on a Jared Leto film, that is franchise that hasn't worked in 4 decades, is insane. Let's see, was there something else in here that I found? So anyway, it goes on to say that Tron Ares has the same cinema score as Tron Legacy, which is a B+, which is, that's pretty good. It's not too bad. So then, yeah, that's basically it out of all the interesting stuff that I found with it. So I guess, again, this goes back. I don't want to keep harping on it because I talked about this a lot last week, but we're just spending so much money on these movies. Is Tron, we've talked about many times, like IP, and IP is the future, and Tron technically is like IP. The thing about it though is you're spending, what was it, 300 and something million total on marketing and advertising and production costs, and this is with, yes, it's IP. Yes, Tron is popular, but it's still kind of got a cult following. Like, the average kid isn't just like dressing up as Tron for Halloween. Like, it's not as well known for the younger generations. And it's big, but it's not Star Wars level. It's not Harry Potter. It's not Lord of the Rings. So spending that much money is pretty ludicrous, to be quite frank. So again, they're gonna have to start scaling back these budgets because that's just getting wild. Now, I read this somewhere. I can't remember if it was in this article or if it was somewhere else, but an insider had come forward and said that basically they didn't really care if Tron made money or not. And the reason why is because this was all they saw this all as a marketing campaign for their Disney parks because they have Tron rides, and I think I read that they opened one in like Shanghai or something, and so their whole idea is to get people amped about Tron in some way or another, and that this will help boost sales because the Tron ride is at Disney. Which Tron ride is one of the best rides at Disney. I mean, it's absolutely insane. I love it. So I guess I get that, but that's like the most expensive advertising campaign. Like if that was your idea, then that's that. If you're the marketing exec that thought that, then no. I mean, yes, it could be a nice addition, but again, you can't lose $100 and some million on this and call it a success. And in the beginning, I heard that Tron. I haven't seen it, want to see it, but I heard that it wasn't very good. Like in the beginning, that was kind of the sentiment of, oh, this kind of sucks. And then the average viewer started to go see it because in the beginning, it's just like the diehard cult fans, and which is not really me. Like I like it, but I'm not like a diehard cult fan. And so a lot of those diehard cult fans were saying it's not good, it sucks, blah blah blah. And then once the like average moviegoer started going, then I feel like I've heard a lot better reviews about it. I feel like now the sentiment has kind of turned, and now it's people are starting to like it. I mean, a B+ cinema score. I mean, it's pretty dang good. So I think I guess now I'm just curious on the future of Tron. Like, where is it going? Because it is like still good IP, but it's not good enough to be able to spend that much money. But then the nature of what Tron is, the budgets have to be expensive. Like you're literally in a computer. So it's going to be hard to make Tron not expensive if you're doing live action. And so, a thought that I brought up last week that I still think is a feature for Tron is animation. Like I think that it needs to be an animated movie, animated show, animated limited series, whatever you want to call it, and put it on Disney Plus. Don't go too crazy with it. You don't have to give it Spider-Verse budgets or anything like that, but just do a low to mid budget Tron animated series. Get some kids into it again, boost up that IP, and then maybe in 5 to 10 years when those kids are older, you do another live action, try it again, and see if it helps. That's my thoughts. I don't think that there really is much of a future for Tron right now in live action. But anyway. What do you guys think? Do you think that there is a future for Tron with live action here in the next 5 to 10 years? Or do you think that Tron, just put its last nail in the coffin? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below /chat, and we're going to move on to our next topic. Hey, thank you so much for watching my video. If you like that and you want to stay up to date with more movie news, go ahead and subscribe to the channel as we'll be keeping you up to date. And if you want to watch the long form podcast version of this, go into my channel, go to the videos, and then look for a video that is, 45 minutes to an hour and a half long, and that'll be the full podcast. Thank you so much, and God bless.